Tell me your earliest recollection of meeting Karlton Hines.
Carlton Hines was a good guy, and I met Carlton when I was a sophomore in high school. He wasn't even in high school yet. He was at the school called South Bronx High School in the Bronx, not too far where you live at by Melrose.
Uh-huh.
So how I met him was I played against this Spanish kid. I didn't know who he was, but I found out everything after the game. I probably had about 40 points.
Mm-hmm.
We beat them. So Carlton came up to me after the game and said, "Yo, man, I'm glad you busted this kid, blah, blah." I didn't know who Carlton Hines was. Then I started finding out who he was. Then he told me the story. Like, "Yo, Fuge, yo, this kid was talking mad shit, and you killed him." I said, if I knew he was talking shit, I'd have gave him 60.
Right.
I didn't know.
Right.
You know what I mean? From that day on, me and him got tight, and we stayed in touch. And I go watch his game, and I was like, wow, this kid is one of the top, when he got a high, like top freshmen in the nation.
Right.
You know what I mean? So we got cool, you know what I mean? Then we started hanging out. You know, he got into the street thing. I used to hang with him on his block.
So you knew him during the time that Jim Boeheim in Syracuse was pursuing him?
Yes, I knew him when he was a freshman in high school. I knew him because just like I said, he came to my game and watched me because his Spanish kid from his block was playing.
Right.
You know, so he said, yeah, you're going to play against the kid MALLOY. I wasn't Future then. I was MALLOY.
Right.
So, you know, I was killing everybody. So his friend was talking shit. They said I had to bust his ass. So that's how I really met Carlton.
Okay. So you knew him through the course of being a basketball player all the way to being a hustler.
Yes.
What was y'all exchanges like seeing him in the streets when he became a street hustler?
I mean, Colin had a lot of talent, but you know what? I just thought that he could have made the NBA if he'd have stayed with it. But you know, we all go through going to class situation. You know what I'm saying? If it wasn't for being in the class, I think he would have went all the way because he's really not a point guard. He's not a two. He's really like a small forward. His jump shot wasn't all that, but he could hit it. But he just don't look fast, and he was just so quick with the ball, and he played hard. He had a heart as a tiger, you know.
Who would you compare him to in today's game? Anybody?
Himself, there's only one Carlton Hines. Nobody can compare him because his game was, how you gonna guard him? He'll post you, he'll score, and he's very quiet on the court. He just play hard. He just want to win.
Right. When he was killed or whatever, you said you knew both parties. How did that affect you personally?
It affected me in a way, but you know.
That probably wasn't the first time that something like that happened to you, being that you're from New York City. Friends kill each other all the time, huh?
Yeah, I mean, things happen. So on that situation, I just like to stay neutral and just, you know, because I don't like being involved with stuff like that. You know what I mean? I just like, it's just so hard. You know what I mean? When you're a ball player and you know people, you know there's people, you know there's people. You know what I mean? So it's so hard. So you know, I just try to you know, wish things wouldn't happen. But you know, that situation is kind of tight. So I just like to just be quiet about that. You know.
What type of privileges were you afforded being a basketball player?
Like, I walk in clubs. Like, hey, it doesn't matter what city I'm in. I walk in clubs. They know me. I'm walking through. I never stand on line. I get people in. I get shout outs all day. I didn't want that. You know what I mean? I'm quiet, but you know, I stay away from the DJs and all that. But you know, they still give me love. But just like I said, I'm very humble. And I just cool. Sometimes you don't want anybody to know where you at because you never know who want to get you or shit like that. Niggas, people be jealous of you. You know what I mean? They still jealous of me now because I'm still ringing bells for decades. So you know what I mean? I still look young. You know, so some people just be still jealous of me. Then my son, you know, he doing his thing. So, you know, I still get the hate. So, but it's all love. You know what I'm saying? At the end of the day, I know it's all love.
What's it like when you encounter somebody like Kenny Anderson? Kenny Anderson was like God to me in the 7th grade.
Kenny was tough. I played against Kenny. I held my weight always.
What was y'all exchanges like, you and Kenny?
Now,
high school, summer league,
like,
what?
I played against him in AAU. I was with the Broncos in Riverside. He did his thing. I did my thing.
Who won?
They probably won about three of the 4 games.
Okay.
But I held my weight, and
he felt you.
Always. He gonna respect me. Oh, he's definitely gonna respect me because I'll check anybody. So you know what I mean. But you know, Kenny, he's Kenny. You know what I mean. He earned it. You gotta respect him. One of the best point guards ever in New York City, or maybe the best.
Was he like that in AAU?
He's tough. The guy, he could play. He's 6'2" guard lefty with quickness, quiet on the court,
Right.
mid-range. He was very tough. You know what I mean? He was tough. I give him his prop. He was tough.
Speaking of the left-handed players, give me your. This is one of the last questions I'm gonna run by you, by the way. Give me your opinion on James Harden and the green light that he has in the NBA. He just come up court and do surgery to niggas and shit.
That boy's unstoppable.
You remember when coaches wasn't having that shit?
Yeah, they wasn't having it, but he took it to the next level. Because you gotta think about it, he was the sixth man, Oklahoma, and this, that, they wasn't really letting him do what he want.
Right.
You know, and then he just said he went to his own team, and now he patting the move. Nobody could guard him. He's unstoppable.
What you think of that step back, my nigga?
He's the best ever in that. Like, that is incredible. He could step back once, twice. Like, it's incredible the way he do it. Ain't nobody could guard
Practiced him. He like practiced combinations literally and shit.
him. He's unstoppable.
You see him drop Patrick Beverly?
He's dropping everybody. Nobody could guard him. The kid, he's strong, and he's about 6'5". People forget he's like 6'5".
Okay.
And he's strong.
Doing shit that a guy 6'1" be doing.
Yeah, imagine him start posting people, James Harden. He ain't even post nobody yet. He's unstoppable.
Yeah. Do you got a top 5 point guards from New York City? Is this asked often? It's a sticky situation, ain't it?
It's so. Let me tell you something. There's so many good guards from Ron Strickland, A-Train. It's so many point guards in New York. Is so tough and so good. You know.
But you just said Kenny possibly number one.
Yeah, Kenny gonna be number one because he built his reputation on it. And if I say I'm number one, people on this gonna be like, you ain't better than Kenny. But I say, did you see me play against him? Did you see me hold my weight against him?
Right.
You know what I mean? Some people just watch the TV or they watch the news instead of seeing the face to face, and you see the game.
Right.
And then you'll see the difference. You know. So I don't got no top 5. I just say that. You know, there's a lot of good guards in New York, and I get all my New Yorkers love. So that's how I do all my New Yorkers guards love.
Y'all stay away from that top 5 shit. I asked that to a lot of y'all. Y'all be like, I know it's a lot of y'all. Maybe the same names come up often. But after Anderson, do you have some honorable mentions? Just some people.
No, Ron Strickland's tough. I'll go Ron Strickland before I go with Kenny because I played against Ron a lot.
Yeah.
And Ron is tough. But, you know, Kenny is tough too. But, you know, I don't like going by these guys because they got these big names and they did what they did. It's guys who's tougher than them.
That never made it nowhere.
Never made it. It's a lot of them. I'm talking about a lot of them. They made it, but they didn't go pro, but they'll bust their ass any day. And that's on the regular.
To this day.
On the regular. On the regular. I'm just keeping it 100. The
Right.
ones that you don't know, or you know, but you don't know, nah, they be better.
Did you and Boog ever face off in Rucker?
Boogs?
Yeah.
Yeah, we did. That was funny.
Boog a bad motherfucker, man.
Boog's bad because we played on the same AU team, but he played with the younger guys, I played the older guys. So my coach, Dr. Naselli, rest in peace, he said, you got to come see the young boy. He remind me of you.
Yeah.
So, Boog's
It was
tough.
Boog.
Yeah, Boog. His passing, going full speed.
Yeah.
Everything was full speed, boom, 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 boom. He was tough like that. Like full speed, boom, boom, boom. Pass, put it behind your head, stuff like that. He was good like that. Great. He was great on what he craft, you know what I mean? But a lot of people are saying he should have been in the NBA on it. It's two different games. You had to have a jump shot mid-range. You know, like, he wasn't athletic, you know, like, but he was tough for that street ball and what he did in high school. But in college, they not letting you do all that boom, 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 boom.
Right.
You got a guy 6'5" checking you, white boy like that. Coach said, you let that score, you're going to sit on that bench.
Face guard. Yeah.
Face guard. It happened to Bone Collector too. You know, I heard when he went to college and he played, he didn't really do too much.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? He didn't average like 2 points, but he didn't stay on the team. But that's what I heard, but I didn't see it. But they said all that stuff ain't working. You know what I mean? That's why I said I play two type of game. I could play that shit.
Play ball.
This game. But people don't understand it. But people who know me, they're like, do this and do that. You know, put me in the inside jump. I like the heads off. You know, so I don't want people to get confused with the tricks and everything. I ain't no trickster. Ask Hot Sauce. He got it.
You put it on hot sauce.
I heard about it. I went out to Atlanta, gave him like, what, 45?
I seen this
Yeah, 2 points.
this video one time when a lot of y'all first came out and it was Brandon or Brett. I think it was Brevin Knight, and he was kind of like saying like, "Yo, man, you know they alright, but that's just street ball, and this is the NBA." Did you have to convince any of them dudes from the NBA that you was who they say you were?
The NBA guys knew who I was. They knew I could play real ball. So we didn't never get that twisted. Before Hot Sauce came out and all that stuff he was doing, we was doing this 10, 15 years before him. So I went to North Carolina, I went to Philly, playing real ball, getting at them.
Right.
So when all that trick stuff coming out, telling a person like, yo, let me check the 6'10 guy who can't play. Or let me check the police officer. Or let me check a cop who can't play so I can do my tricks on her and be a highlight. See the difference from real basketball and phony basketball?
Right.
So and one made it phony, and that's why New York City don't respect the and one stuff, because when we first started, it was some real shit.
When the and one team on the show, when they came back here to New York City to play the New York City team, you was on the New York City team,
Yeah.
huh? Did they beat y'all or y'all beat them?
I don't remember. We probably beat them. Oh, they probably.
I know. I remember Alamo saying, "Man, this shit is for real. These niggas not playing around with us."
That's real ball. New York don't play that. Like, it messed up the name. And one messed up the name for people, because all that trick shit. If you can't do it in a real game and real stuff, you don't need to do that. Like, you know, a couple of guys we got our name by doing real stuff. And then they made a commercial. You know what I mean? I mean, I'm not putting nothing against them, but I'm a fucking basketball player. You do all that bullshit. We not having that. Philly not having that. DC
Right.
not having that. Baltimore not having that.
Right.
They're not playing those hit off the head and all that bullshit.
You just named the Big East.
You know what I mean?
You just named the Big East Conference. I missed that basketball.
Yeah.
Big East.
Yeah.
You said you had to put hot sauce and you had to check him?
Yeah, I mean, when I first heard about it, me and Main Event went out to Atlanta. They interviewed me at the radio station. Said, "Yeah, we got this kid, Hot Sauce." I said, "Hot Sauce?" I said, "He's going to be ketchup playing against me." I said, "I don't know who he is, but me and Main got in the game. Boy was nervous. I keep it real. If he's here now, to keep it saying, I had like 40-something. Main had about 30-something. He had about 2 points. But I gave him love. I said, yo, just keep doing your thing, bro. And so every time I play against the and one, they always put me, say, yo, Future coming. So they skip to my loop, like, yo, Future got you. So they already know that I play that defense. I ain't going for no trick.
Right.
And I'm going right at you. You know what I'm saying? So they put me on the team because I ain't signed no contract with them. But they put me on the team to play against the guys because they know I'm not having it. And I'm going to play tough. I'm going to bring out the best in y'all.
No doubt.
So it's a blessing on both ends.